And you wrote, quote, once man is freed from the moral order, he is immediately subjected to the despotism of those who know how to manipulate his desires. And end quote. So how does being fixated on sex as a man, how does it help the oligarchs maintain their own power?
Well, lust darkens the mind. That's what St. Thomas Aquinas would say. We are rational creatures, and so we are distinguished by our mind and our ability to think. You can't resist an opponent when you're blind. If you look at the cover of the book, that's a portrayal of Samson. Samson was the hero. He was the strongest warrior that the Israelites had. And the Philistines couldn't beat him because he was so powerful, but he couldn't control his passions. And because he couldn't control his passions, he ended up blind. It's like a physical representation of what Aquinas would say 1,000 years later. She cut out his eyes. Okay. That's what you are when you're the slave of your passions. Well, how are you supposed to know where you're going if you're blind? This is the most graphic instance I can give you of this, or anyone, is from the beginning of Libido Dominandi. It's the Israelis pull into Ramallah, and as soon as they take over Ramallah, they start broadcasting pornography over Palestinian TV stations. Now, why did they do this? I mean, the standard American explanation is that pornography is freedom. No one's free unless Larry Flint can produce pornography. So the Israelis are bringing freedom to the Palestinians. Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? It proves that pornography is a weapon. If I ever needed proof, that's it. And there are people, I've given this talk in Europe. I've given this talk, various places in the United States and Washington. And times I've given it, there have been Palestinians in the audience. They come up and tell me, yeah, that happened. And it was worse than you said. It was worse than you said because there were snipers on the building. And if you went out, the snipers would shoot you. So that's what we're talking about here. You're blind. It takes skill to negotiate life. You have to, there's sometimes you want to start something, you want to do a business, you got to take risks, you got to make the right decisions. All of this stuff will be affected if you're addicted to pornography and lust is darkening your mind. You will not have a successful life. It's that simple.
Gotta be cool. Gotta have balls. With all the extra stressing, the question I wonder is after death, after my last breath, when will I finally get to rest and suppression? They punish the people that's asking questions and those that possess. Still from the ones without possession, the message I stress. To make it stop studying your lesson, don't settle for less. Even the genius asks questions, we grateful for blessings. Don't ever change, keep your essence. The power is in the people and politics we address. Always do your best. Don't let the pressure make you panic. And when you get stranded and things don't go the way you plan, dreaming the riches in the position of making a difference. Politicians and hypocrites, they don't want to listen. If I'm insane, it's the fame. Made a proper change. It wasn't nothing like the